Well, hey there everyone, Kay here on my homestead. You will recognize this shirt if you've followed me for a few years. This shirt means it's cooler today. This is the first time I've had on a flannel shirt in, well, since spring. And so I thought I would introduce today's video, which is a compilation of wrapping up the gardens for the year, but a lot of other things as well, from new weeds and butterfly activity to I don't even know what all, because I have been filming clips here and there for a month without getting them into a video. So I'm going to be as surprised as you are when I'm editing, but I wanted to put it together into a form, and that's basically what's going on. We had such a horrible heat wave for so many weeks with no rain whatsoever. It's just dry as a bone. Trying to dig into this dirt is pretty bad. So today that job continues. We're going to harvest some sweet potatoes and a whole lot more. So sit back and enjoy the show. Okay, that is a female. Right now it's just supping nectar, but it will lay eggs too, I presume and hope. Wherever I am, you'll find BJ. Good girl. Right there. You see that one? Can you reach that?
Cucumber?
Uh-huh. Just kind of pinch it off. Yeah. There was another one above your head somewhere.
There's a little one.
Don't get the little ones. We'll wait on those. There was another one.
Well, there's one right here. That's just too small though.
Okay. We can wait.
There's another one. 2 or 3.
Oh, okay, good. I missed those. I know. Look at this.
All kinds of them.
So I'm going to give you a bag.
Good deal.
Are you saying you actually can it? Or is that
I
what
said I would.
Okay. Look how many we got already.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. I just found my new clippers that I couldn't find. I never would have seen them in here. Oh my goodness. Now you get to smell that wonderful.
I know one, I know, I love it.
That's the Sweet Annie. Oh goodness, look at all this. That's enough for today, right?
Oh my
That'll get
gosh,
you
yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I think I got a
Yeah.
glove in there. These vines trip you up. In June, you think the tomatoes are just going to last forever. And this is what I got today. Not much, but it's enough for breakfast. And then we can preserve some of these. And then look what, first harvest of melons I've got. This is a Baker Creek one. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a squash. I'm gonna try to bake that. And that's a cantaloupe, first one. Okay, August 16th harvest. Got a handful of okra down there. I've got a lot more peppers. They look okay. I'm gonna get them tomorrow maybe. A few cherry tomatoes. There's the little okra, and here's some rattlesnake pole beans to save for seed, and cucumbers. Then I got over here, I've got a handful of my wild goose family heirloom field pea. Some more cherry tomatoes. And hi there. Yeah, look what we got. So this is going in the refrigerator right now, and we're gonna cut it open in 2 hours when we get done. And I'm gonna eat this tomorrow. I may eat this tomorrow too. Anyway, that's the story on August 16th, 2025. Oh, forgot to mention we dug up 3 sweet potatoes just to see, and yes, it's time, because once you start seeing these veins in here, you know, they're done. And you don't want those veins to get bigger. I don't know if you call them veins, but okay. And that's kind of small. This is perfect. These are the southern white sweet potatoes that I love so much. Okay, what do you think? Okay, I just found this one laying in the dirt. So it fell off, and this one's still hanging on. And obviously it's going to make its chrysalis there if possible, but there's another one on the ground. And I don't know what happened. I guess they just couldn't get attached somehow, and they just fell off. So there's only one possible cocoon out of this, I think, and that's you. So we're counting on you. August 16th in the lower garden, and this is the zinnia and sunflower bed, and it's all been cut down. Still got a lot of stuff over there. Got the cardinal climber and the sweet Annie going wild. I've got some heirloom peas in there. These are the sweet potatoes with weeds. And there's the Three Sisters corn. That's all harvested, but the beans, let's see. These are beans, and those are sweet potatoes. Okay. So these are the red Worcestershire red Indian bean. It's a heirloom bean. So it was planted late, and I don't see any beans yet. Do we have flowers? We'd better have flowers. Come on beans. Can't have beans without flowers. But they grew up these stalks, which was the idea. And hopefully they'll start putting out flowers, and we'll get some beans. Looks like every single one has the beans, at least some beans. This is the only pumpkin plant. I've got some flowers over there. This is the only yellow squash plant left. And there's beans and weeds in there that needs to be gone over. Down here, the whole cucumber and tomato, and there were some onions under there. That whole row is dead. That is blue spice basil, which reseeds like mad. We got volunteer zinnia down there, but not much else. And this was the bee balm, wild bergamot. So I've got a few melons left in here. Got a couple of cantaloupes there. And more watermelons. And this is, I'm not sure what kind of melon this is. This is a yellow melon that I originally got from the Amish. There's 3 of them. They look nice. Got a nice watermelon here. Another one there. And that looks like a baby watermelon there. There's 2 together over there. And I got a big watermelon here. That looks like, but the spoon leaf is not completely, I think this needs to last a couple of days anyway, because we got a big watermelon to eat. Okay. Ooh, but that's going to be a big one. You know what? That sounds ready. I'm leaving it till tomorrow though. Okay. One of you asked for a tour of the melon patch, and this is it. Ooh, there's another big one in there. I think a couple more days maybe. We got a big one down here. Got another day for that, I think. And another big one here. Okay, so what have we got left that's really going? And that is the okra. I'm saving a few of these for seed. And I've got some peppers that look good, cayennes, serranos, big bushes over there. They look like they need more water. Oh boy. Oh, I see another one too. Oh, that's small. We can wait. All right, so here's the deal. The brassica bed got eaten alive with bugs, and having it covered did not help me. I shaded it for this hot weather, thinking I could nurse it along till fall. All I've got is stems under there. You can kind of see. Let's take a look. See, it's just stems, the whole thing. So it's too hot right now to mess with it. But I'm going to take it all off, and I'm going to give them some water and see if they start growing. And this is all blue spice basil. It really drives you nuts. You have to really stay on top of it. See, I've got just a handful of tomatoes left, and I am so grateful. Boy, I'm grateful. You think when it, oh boy, here's another. I looked at this, I thought I got them all. 1, 2. Anyway, all of this is blue spice basil, and it's just such a weed, but it smells wonderful. So if you can keep it under control, it's definitely worth having. All right, all of this got tilled since I went up to join the live chat on my video. So we've got our first beat back of the major weeds here, and I've got some cherry tomatoes left and not much else really. Cucumbers are still going, but I'm gonna lock it up and get out of this heat. Clear sky today. Oh, that's gonna be so refreshing. Look at that. This is the pale green one. Once again, I thought I was filming and having you watch me cut it open, and I didn't push the button. I just read a story about a very experienced hiker in Arizona succumbed to the heat and was hiking alone, unfortunately. And I thought, you know what? I am pretty hot and I am pretty thirsty, so I am not waiting for Randy. I'm going to go ahead and dive into this cool melon. All right, I'm going to dive into this watermelon and cool off. Not a whole lot of seeds, which is nice. I'm going to save seeds in here. What variety does this look like to you? Okay, on my Asclepias tuberosa native milkweed, look what I have found. That is a 5th instar monarch caterpillar. And just in case, I am going to take this inside and raise it to a butterfly. That's a little smaller. That looks like 4th instar. And I'm going to take these inside and raise them. But I can't say enough about this milkweed. It has just exploded. I bought 4 small plants and it's just going to seed now. So you see these seed pods? It's going to take over, probably take over this whole area up here. I've got this one on a branch. That's plenty of milkweed for it to finish its life cycle as a caterpillar. Just hold on until we can get inside and get into some water. Let's just check on the giant swallowtails. And there are only 4 now, but there's still 4 there. Gonna keep checking on those. Might take that whole thing inside. One little clip to show my biggest melon harvest ever. It just doesn't seem quite enough. This is Kajari melon. This is a Baker Creek seed that I have grown before. And I'm not actually sure until I cut it open which one this is. I have I'm not sure what this is either until I cut it open, and then I have 2 cantaloupe down here. Actually, I'm not sure this is Sierra Gold. This could be the Amish melon, and the Sierra Gold could be the cantaloupe that I grew. I'm just not sure because everything got moved around. When nothing came up, when virtually nothing came up, I replanted and I just had some other things sitting, and I just popped in seeds and extra starts, and I said, I'll get what I get, and that's what happened. So I've gotten about 2/3 harvested. There's just a half a dozen left. I've got a big one down here. And let's see, where is it? There's that one over there. And got 3 small ones. Where are they? They're over there somewhere. So one more round and that's going to be it for the melon patch. Okay, I've got a monarch caterpillar metamorphosing in my sunroom. Stay tuned for that. Okay, I should have picked this much sooner, but you know, I had all that other corn I was working on, so I'm going to clean this up and just try to eat it all. Most of them are small. And as Sharon says, if you pack your stalks too close together, you're going to have small ears because they're not getting the support and nutrition, and they should be 1 foot apart. Okay, these are tuber roses. I'm just trying to separate them from the weeds, which I have a mountain of weeds I've pulled out, and I've just done this one corner here. I've just gotten to the first clump of the tuber roses. This one's putting up a flower stalk. Down here you see, that's what they do. Very tall flower stalk, but I've got all these weeds to pull, and I've got to be careful because look how similar they are to the crabgrass and to these grass weeds. The way you can tell is from the ground, the leaf has it's a curved leaf from the ground up, whereas the grass, let's see, the grass weed is here, and it's just your usual kind of stem. So just gotta work at this. I've been meaning to do it for a while. Oh, hello. Hello, Mrs. Monarch. Where'd you go? Oh. You cannot be laying eggs on a mum. You cannot be laying eggs on a mum. So what are you doing? There are no flowers there. Oh, you just hatched. You just hatched. You beautiful brand new butterfly, you. You'll be hanging in the shade for a couple hours. Yes, it's true to form. They hatch about 11 a.m. from their chrysalis. I never saw their chrysalis, so I don't know if it's on this plant or something close by. Okay. This corner is cleaned out. I can come back and fine-tune this when this is in shade in the afternoon. But I've eliminated all the weeds from the tuberose, which is a perennial. And it puts up these beautiful long stem flowers. And being back here, you can get a better look at what happened last weekend when this entire bush fell over. I planted it in a little tomato cage. And it's probably 6 or 8 times bigger than it was when I planted it. I missed a spot. Okay. This crabgrass is very opportunistic, and when it mixes in with the tuberoses, you have to be very careful to pull it out without disrupting. See, there's another one. You have to look closely and see, is that part of it? Because it looks so much like part of it, but it's not. And when it comes out, yeah, see? That's crabgrass. Okay, I think I got all the rest of it out though. And I'm hoping they perk up. You know, they were so propped up by weeds, this often happens, that the intentional plant doesn't have the support to stand up straight after you weed. So if you're a beginning gardener, that'll be good information for you, not to panic. Water the plant, which I've done, and see if it'll perk up on its own. But I had to get those weeds out of here. It looks 100 times better. And now that this is here, I'm going to attempt to move another 5-footer over here and bring it back this way, because that's where it's supposed to be. It's right now it's leaning too much in the, you see, it's leaning in the walkway. And of course it's leaning towards the sun because that's what plants do. And I'm really excited about this Joe Pye weed taking off and the 2 more cranberry hibiscus. We've got a good month. Well, no, we have 2 months before the first freeze. So I hope to get flowers, seeds, and lots of leaves for drying for tea. And look at those orange tie. Wow. Oh, and the moringa. Check this out. The moringa bounced back after being toppled by the cranberry hibiscus. It looks like it's grown a foot in a week. Let's go. Okay, I was right. 15 minutes later, it's still hanging onto the same leaf. This is monarch behavior after they have hatched. They have to wait 2 hours after hatching before they can fly, because all the fluid has to get into the wings. And sometimes I've seen them cling on to the same bush until the following day. This is a female. They have thicker black veins in the hind wings. And the male has thinner veins in the hind wings, which are right there. And there's a black spot right there on the male. You look rather harmless. You gonna leave the butterfly alone? There's someone coming, so that's why I'm leaving the garage door open so you can go in there if you are worried about that, okay? That tail tells you something when it's slapping on the ground. All right, we don't need to see that. What about you? You just gonna lay there all day like you do every day, huh? Big boy. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it's a bunch of caterpillars. And I don't know what they turn into, but they're on milkweed. Milkweed is reserved for monarchs. What do you think? Anybody know what this is? Hey, if you're new here, I live on a little over 9 acres in Tennessee after being an urban gardener, starting my gardening life entirely at a later age in an urban garden. That all changed in 2020, and I came here. This is my home state, Tennessee. My mother was failing. In fact, she was on hospice in 2020, and we didn't think, you know, I wanted to be close to home, close to her. She was in a facility. And so she rallied a little bit after that, but it was a long 4 years of decline. And so she's been set free of that worn out body as of last November, end of November last year. She was buried in December of last year. And my old cat, who saw me through the entire late bloomer from start to finish, she went to about 2 weeks later. So anyway, now the focus is on me and trying to get everything kind of manageable. By the way, this is celosia. This is wheat celosia. There are a lot of different kinds. Well, there are a few kinds. And this is wheat celosia, and very different from the rooster comb celosia, or the ones with the big red flame or the big yellow flame. enjoy what I've put together for you. I hope you will, and I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss an episode. So yesterday, Randy and I put in another stake on the left side and righted the cranberry hibiscus. All the leaves were pointing down yesterday, but it looks like overnight, and plus I watered it slowly, and so it looks like it's going to resume some of its beautiful shape. Most likely it just emerged because they can't fly for 2 hours after they come out of their chrysalis. That's a beauty. Wow. The best time to photo... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that wing. There's orange underneath. Wow. Its whole thorax, or whatever you call that, the abdomen, is yellow spots. It's so pretty. I bet it'll go in my hand. When they first emerge and they can't fly, look at that.
And that's something. That is pretty. I see what you're talking about now.
The underside, the abdomen, is all yellow spots.
What's the lifespan?
It depends. Well, for the monarch has migration, so some monarchs live a year and some live for a few months.
They say if you grab the wings, it'd kill them, won't it?
I don't know if it'll kill it, but I'm not going to do it because it would definitely be, yeah, it wouldn't be good. Just hang on. That's perfect for rooting. Okay, today's haul. This is a melon I haven't tried before. I have no idea what to expect. And these were 3 or 4 hills of the sweet potatoes. So these are the southern white sweet potato. It's so delicious, and this has been in there kind of a long time. Well, no, I mean, this is earlier than I've ever harvested. So I pulled in some more sunflowers, and let's see. We've got wild goose peas, and one of these, uh-oh, I left one down there. This is, I forget what you call that. And I'm going to give that to Randy. And then some more lemon cucumbers, just 2 or 3 tomatoes, a bunch of little cherry tomatoes in here, and cayenne and serrano. Those did really well. Things are gearing up to be the end of the season, and it was great while it lasted, but all good things have to come to an end, except for perennials. Thank you for watching. Please like the video on your way out. Tell a friend about my channel. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.